Hello and welcome to 15 Minute Gamer. My name is Tony and this is, if you don't know, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. So for those who go, that's a bit of a silly name, who's PlayerUnknown? PlayerUnknown is basically, well, he describes himself as the pioneer of the Battle Royale genre. He's the creator of the game modes that can be found in the Armour series and H1Z1 King of the Hill. So, what is a Battle Royale? Well, in this case, a Battle Royale is a massive multiplayer battle. We're not talking about 10 versus 10. We're not talking 20 people. We're not talking 30. We're not talking 40. We're talking about 100 people on every single map. That is 100 people versus each other. At the start of the game, there's 100 people on the island, and the aim of the game is to be number one. And that is as simply put as that. You don't have to just play solo, you can also play as part of a group as well, so there will be up to 100 players. If you play in groups of 4, you're divided by that. If you're in groups of 2, obviously there's 50 teams of 2 playing, and I really enjoy and think these game modes are fantastic because I'm not one who, if I don't like playing online very much, so when I wouldn't play a duo and I probably wouldn't play a team with random people. If I know somebody who's playing it, yes, I would probably play with them, and I have played a few duo matches now. So to have the single player aspect as well, and it is just as playable single player as well, it is just fantastic. It's just such good thought that you can play in each of them ones. And if you go into group and want to play with group, you can put the voice chat on, and then you can also select what region you want, and it'll matchmake you with other people. And as long as they don't jump out the game, which happened to me the one time I tried it, so my team became pretty small very quickly. In fact, it was just me, so I quit out the game. It makes for a very quick play. Talk about quick play, the game starts up so quickly. It loads in very quick. It doesn't take long to find servers or anything, because you're not searching through servers for a game. You just click start. It automatically finds your server. You get a 60-second lobby area where you get to play around with guns and run around and stuff like that. It's very quickly into a game. It's one of them games where you will just pick it up and go, I've got half an hour, I'm just going to jump onto this. And that's what it does great. With me not liking multiplayer games very much, I have never tried one of these Battle Royale games, as they're called, or King of the Hill. They just did not appeal to me at all. When I saw H1Z1, I was kind of like, half interesting idea, never gonna happen. Some people, and I have had the comment, and I thought the same, is this the same as DayZ? DayZ was a mod that came out for Armour, where basically you were in a world full of zombies, but there was also human players in there. I tried that game once or twice, or even 3 times maybe maximum. I hated it. I thought DayZ was really not very good. And the reason it wasn't very good was the fact that if you sat on there playing all day long, you had time, you had the resources. It was very hard for a new player to come around. I remember playing one match when I walked around for half an hour trying to find a gun. Finally found a gun just to get shot in the back by some dude who had a better gun than me. And that isn't fun for me. I don't have the time to spend doing that sort of stuff. I want an even playing field when I play these sort of games. It's why I don't play Call of Duty and Battlefield multiplayer very much, because it's those who play it the most have everything. It's not only that they're better shot, they're going to be better aim because they play it more, they know the maps better, they know the game modes better, that sort of thing. They also have the best weapons as well. They can purchase the best weapons. They'll XP up to have the best quality of everything. And it sometimes makes it a very uneven playing field for newbies to jump in, because you're so far behind when you jump in, especially if you jump in 3 or 4 months after release and everyone else has got all these great weapons. It can be very difficult. Games like, well, Battlefield did kind of do it in Battlefront, where you could just earn points to unlock new weapons, but that is good in the fact of, yeah, you can play it, but you didn't get, if you're not very good at the game, you don't get very many points, which then just equal the exact same problem again. You're never going to get up there. It is very difficult to do. So when I saw this game, I was like, like, I've played these sort of games before. I'm not going to take a risk on this one, and where the risk lies is $26.99 this game costs. That is not cheap by any stretch of imagination. And when you look back at a lot of these King of the Hill early access type games none of them are finished. Like, DayZ is still in development. H1Z1, I would presume, is still in development. A lot of them just never, ever get finished. There's no hope they'll ever get finished. There's no desire they'll ever get finished. They're really left as quite buggy, very small. So $26.99 is a little bit of a gamble on this one. However, this isn't a mod. This isn't taken from another game. He's partnered with a developer, and that's why I took the risk, because taking them things into account, I was like, surely when you're doing this, if you're partnering with a developer, if you've made your own game engine or whatever, if you're not a mod, you have full control, whereas a mod like DayZ, which is basically Arma in a mod, I can see why that didn't get finished. And that's why I took the $26.99 risk. And you know what? So glad I did. This game, in its current state, is potentially not really worth $26.99. However, I've had, about 10 hours on it so far. And I haven't played a game so tense as this for a very long time. Because you can die pretty quickly, even though the map is huge, death is around every corner. My God, when you get into some of them properties and you know there's someone nearby because you can hear footsteps or vehicles, this game gets very, very, very tense, I can tell you that. And $26.99, if these keep developing and keep going, keep working on the server. Servers are pretty good, sometimes they're so tiny little bit. Work on maybe bring the new map in, a bit more randomicity to the vehicles, because the vehicles all spawn in the same place each time. A bit more random stuff happening, a bit more random buildings, a bit more maybe procedurally generated. I don't know how they could do that. Or just another map, another part of the map, another area. This game will just be the king of Battle Royale. It's just, for someone who's never played one, apart from your time occasionally in the past, I found myself on the first, I've played this quite a lot of times, and I just really enjoy it when I'm not playing it. I'm wanting to play it. I really enjoy playing it. I've been persuading people to buy it. I've been doing videos on it so they buy it. I've been telling people my username. I've been I really want to play this more. I really enjoy playing it, and I think if you're a fan of first-person shooters, if you're a fan of survival games, if you're a fan of just competition or tactical shooting or just whatever, this game kind of has it all. It's very exciting and very fast-paced, and I'm going to cover that a bit more now. So just to explain how the game works if you're still a little bit unsure. Basically, you start off, as we saw at the beginning of this video, on an aeroplane. Your aeroplane flies over a map. You choose when to jump out that aeroplane. You've got from point A to point B. You've just got to jump out somewhere between there. Bear in mind, there will also be 99 other people jumping out of that aeroplane as well. Once you land on the ground, which you want to do very quickly, it's very easy to do, just press W on the keyboard and you'll move quickly down. Choose an area to fall into, get down on the ground, and you want to get searching for weapons. Most buildings will have some sort of weapon in it, some sort of armor, and you're getting down there to get that weapons and armor. And what they make this, can't even speak. What makes this game great is the fact that everyone starts with 0. You're not going to run into someone just because they paid microtransactions with a sniper rifle straight away, with this sort of gun straight away, with an 8x scope straight away, with better body armor than you straight away. No, it's totally zeroed off. When you land, you have nothing, just like the other 99 people in that game mode. Nothing at all. So you get landed, you get your stuff, you search some houses, then you'll see a little warning come up. And how this works is the map is huge, as we saw. The map starts to contract. There's a circle in the map. I don't know if you played Grand Theft Auto 5 with the car mode, where like the circle and it was ever decreasing, you had to push cars out. It's kind of like that, but with killing each other. So what you want to do is find out where that circle is, and you need to stay inside that circle. Outside that circle, there's a blue wall of death that comes and gets you. So it contracts and contracts and contracts every around about 2.5 minutes. If you're caught out in that, you will die. Not quickly at the beginning. Towards the end, you will. Then that little circle in the middle gets smaller and smaller and smaller to a certain point on the map until it is so small and usually in the open somewhere. So that's what makes it exciting, is the fact that you can't just hang around and camp somewhere, because Well, I don't know if you can guess the algorithms or whatever. I don't know how it works, but generally, I don't know where this map's going to end up. And with 1 million people buying this game already, I guess most other people don't know. So you're constantly on the move to get to that point. You're not the only one. Yeah, there might be 10, 15 people in the middle point as it is. But generally, it's going to be about 50, 60 people going towards that point in vehicles, on the ground, moving from house to house. And if you don't get a decent weapon quickly on this game, you really start to feel vulnerable and you'll really be scared because you are vulnerable. Once you don't have a decent weapon, you're sitting there going, I'm stuck. I can't get one. If you've got no body armor, if you've got no backpack's used to store items because you have a full inventory on this and you pick up things for your weapons like iron sights and holographic scopes, 8x scope, grips, that sort of thing, extended mags. And you're collecting all these as you go. So if you have a backpack, you can get more of these. And some houses might only have a pistol, and so you might only find a pistol and be running around with just a pistol. Sometimes you might come across an AK-47 or SCAR. Sometimes you can even come across a sniper rifle or scope or whatever. There's bandages to collect. So you're just going around the houses, get everything, and getting to that center point. And that is the game. You might be thinking, that doesn't sound that interesting, but my God, as I said, it gets tense. It gets exciting very quickly. And there is vehicles to help you. So as you can see, there's a buggy on screen now. There's little cars. There's little truck things. And you're going around the map just to get into that central area. And it means you can camp if you're lucky and land in the middle of that center area, like I have a few times. Get going around that town or village, wherever you are. Get the items and just hold up. You know, you can hold up. You can hear when people are walking towards you, when they're driving towards you. So you know when you're about to get attacked. And, you know, you might be doing it tactically where you're waiting for the blue circle to start moving. You might move just in front of it just so people don't think you're coming from that area. You'll keep an eye on where the plane's gone. Because you get dropped off of the plane, you'll be like, well, if I land there, then nobody else can come from that direction because I've moved that way, so there should be no one. Because when you land, you can see everyone on the, you know, the parachute out and stuff like that. So there's a lot of tactical elements to it as well. You will be looking at your surroundings, checking buildings for open doors, and then you'll know someone's in there or maybe knocking around. A favourite tactic is you'll close the door after you so that nobody knows you're in there. So there is a lot to it. And also duos, so when you're playing duos, you can have voice chat on and stuff like that. There is voice chat throughout the game as well, and I was playing duo with someone the other day, and he had the general chat on. I didn't. I was just chatting to him, and he said, we moved from a building. He said, did you hear that? And I went, what? Did I hear what? And he went, them guys have just said they've moved into the next building. It's up to you if you want to go and try and kill them or not. And that led to a massive tense situation where we were like, they're going to make a move on us now. Are they going to make a move? Or they're not going to make a move? And we had to sit back and wait. And they eventually did make a move and we got both of them. We then moved out into another building and the same thing happened again. Someone said, I can see them moving in that building. I think he's in the same building as me. So instantly we knew that somebody was in the same building as us and we were both ready to kill each other. That made for some tense gameplay. As I have not had a chance to try groups yet. I have watched some video footage of it. Same thing again, just as 4 of you as well. So I can imagine that leading to some very big firefights when you go on it. So you've got a very big map. You've got some decent graphics, decent sounds. You can hear gunfire cracking off in the background as you play. You know where it's coming from as well. You'll generally know that it's coming from left or right or from behind or in front. I think that's fantastic. And there's vehicles, there's lots of guns to be had. I hope there's some more guns come into it, because sometimes sniper rifles are a little bit hard to find. I understand why, because it would make the game like that. But I'd maybe like to see a few more assault rifles and that sort of thing as well. So, you might be saying at this point, anything negative. Negative-wise, yeah, there's a few graphical bugs in it, as you'd expect, because it is early access. The price point is a little bit of a negative for me. I think that's a lot of money to be asking people at this early stage. I think something around about the 15, 16, 17 pound mark would have been worthwhile for one map, that sort of thing. There's no microtransactions in it that need bought. There's a couple of cosmetic stuff and you can unlock crates and stuff like that. Again, very good developer not to put that in. I know the price point's high, but that doesn't stop AAA publishers. So yeah, there's nothing like that. There's not many negatives, to be fair. It's not your picture perfect AAA game. As you expect, yeah, the bugs are there, and there's only one map. People also, there's cheaters on there as well. I don't know if I've come across any cheaters yet. Sometimes you do think, where the hell is shooting me from? There's nowhere they could be shooting me from here, but there's no terrain destruction yet or anything like that. I would maybe like to see you be able to blow holes in walls and stuff. That would be kind of cool, but again, it would be very hard to do with 100 people on the map. And also maybe a bit more randomized the vehicles and stuff, because I know people have cheat sheets and stuff where they can see where the vehicles are. Oh, there's also boats as well. I forgot about boats. There is boats in the game. And as you can see, they're actually straight driving ahead. Supply drops as well, and they have really cool items in. They usually have the sniper rifles in. So this is a game that is tense. It's really fun, really quick, massively competitive. You really get stuck into it. It's also quite friendly there for beginners, because it's up to you where you run and tactics. And as a newbie coming in, I didn't find it very difficult at all. I was straight in there. I've made it in the top 10 almost every time I played. I think it's just once or twice where I've let me guard down. I haven't made it in. And I think this is just such a fantastic game. It's a lot of fun. Pick it up. It's well worth your money. There is some downtime in it as well, but you're always on edge as well. And I just hope they keep developing it, keep adding more stuff to it, me bringing a couple more maps. Supporting the game fully for the next couple of years, because I can see this game rolling and rolling and rolling. They could make this one of the biggest games on the PC. 1 million units sold already. That was of last week. I would hate to think how many it's sold now with the amount of coverage it's getting. So I hope there's lots more to come. And you're going to see it all over my channel, a lot more live streaming, that sort of thing, because I love this game. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. That's my honest impressions. Few negatives, but hugely outweighed by all the positives. If you've got friends, get your friends to get it. If you've got a group, get everyone to get it. And if you only got one friend, as long as they get it, who cares? You can play duos. And I will catch you all later. I hope you've enjoyed. Catch you later. Goodbye.